It is I, Kerbis136, Mass Effect. Just looking at some of the stuff here. I actually wonder what I do with the Novaria smuggling, since I can't give it to the same guy. He's arrested. I wonder what'll happen to that. Oh well. Let's get to the Mako. So, we left off trying to go to Site 15, is that what it's called? Peak 15, whatever it is. Lab 15? 15 something. They think this weather will deter me. They are sadly mistaken. The Geth that they put in front of me would deter me a little bit if I wasn't such a badass. If I wasn't such a badass. Sorry I'm a little late, by the way. I'm about 45 minutes late. The reason why is I had some work I had to do at home that I wasn't getting paid for, so I'm pretty salty. But I really had to get it in. I could have, in theory, planned my day just a little bit different and maybe wouldn't have had to do it at home, but I don't know, it seemed almost unavoidable. So, either way, yeah, I see that pile of whatever probably doesn't bode well for us. Go ahead and check out what's going on here. Nice. Naginata 4. Take a look at that bad boy in a sec. Yeah, not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, pistol, because I saw something good in there, I think. I'll do it for me. I'll switch over. Did I not have... I guess I don't use the pistol, but whatever. I should still have it equipped. Okie dokie. Shotgun I almost never use. I just don't feel like it. Ooh, that looks nice. What is it right now? Shield regenerator? I'm thinking maybe instead of shield regenerator, I just have bigger shields. That actually seems like it might be nice. I'm facing the wrong way. I figured, but... There we go.
Securing point.
I should have saved.
En route.
Could check my new sniper rifles. I'll check the armor for Rex. I don't have Rex on my team, so actually never mind. Well, I could check the armor for everybody else I have, I suppose. I've never. Yes. Where is he? The front door? He's bold.
He was yelling, so I opened the door. I said, "What do you want, kitty cat?" And he came running up.
He should come in.
It looked like he wanted to, but Ninja was not having it.
Understandable.
You're not right, bud.
We have a cat in the neighborhood who apparently likes sorry, just looking. Who likes to hang out. I don't even know what our preferred weapon is. I think our preferred weapon is the pistol. In case she uses her assault rifle, I don't know if she does, but if she does, I should probably equip a good assault rifle first. Then I equipped her. Yeah, she's much more useful. Both of them are, but especially Tali because I gave her a new Omni tool. Which I knew nothing about until now, because I'm not going into that particular focus myself, so. Oh, I did get it with my blast. Nice. Feels good. Getting close. Like 600 experience points left or whatever. How long is the map here? Looks pretty long. One more Geth Heavy turret and I level. I'm assuming this marker ahead is a Geth Heavy turret. I think I see it actually. Alright. My charm is currently max. I would like to do my Spectre training. Did I just do this? No, I was sorry. I was distracted. I don't know. Yeah, Liara just looked funny to me. That's why. They don't look that similar or anything, but there was just something about like that. I don't know. I didn't realize her helmet was on. People might better not try to take my party down. I'll bring them right back up. My accuracy is better than 2, which is super good for the assault rifle in particular. Because I basically have max points in it, it's an effective choice for me.
Heading out. All clear.
Is it though? Krogan over there? Come on. This is dumb, Krogan. I'm actually curious, do I even have a... No, I don't think so.
15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Good.
Need to get the reactors back online.
Yeah, I feel like the AI is not going to help us, but you would know better. I trust that my team is somewhat competent. That looks good. Nice stabilizer to go along with my power. I want to check this other side first because it does have a little ramp, and it looks like the other way is the way to go. So, oh, apparently that's not a real ramp. Well, darn. Wasting my time.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Interesting concept, anyway. Nice new assault rifle. Love it. I am kind of in close corners. I'm considering just going the assault rifle for now. This makes more sense.
What was that?
Animals? Wind? This place is in bad shape.
Kill them all.
Arachne, but they've been gone forever. The Krogans got them.
Anything like that. Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Perimeter clear.
I'd rather actually raise you guys. You'll have more health if I raise you from, you know, being downed.
A backup power system, Shepard. Must be for the station mainframe.
The damage is not extensive.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Hello? This is damaged. Transfer module stack to core 2. I have no idea what I'm doing. You can't click any of this, so I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I want these to be lit up. So that's the goal. I got it after a while.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Help would be great. Who are you?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems.
Good.
Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
What are the landlines and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep. Nice.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the Helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation tube breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access.
So
Only
yes.
executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
I need instructions on how to repair the station.
Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency. Critical failure. Report complete. Do you have an additional system? I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
I can open these now.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
I don't know how I'm supposed to know where I'm going. Passenger tram's that way, which I don't care about. I don't even know what this is. I'm going this way. The reactor, okay. The reactor makes the most sense anyway. The tram is last. I did a lot of talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that bad boy.
User alert. Main reactor now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
Make them come to us. It's always the play.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Phones are offline. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
A lot of enemies in here.
Disabled. Patching you up.
All targets eliminated.
Seems like it.
The AG3 fuel lines cut.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
I'm pretty sure I know how the end of this mission goes. From a brief conversation I had a long time ago with my brother. I could be wrong, but I feel like I know.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Stop telling me. I am aware. It wasn't too bad, just a bunch of Geth in here guarding the fuel line, so I guess nobody reestablished it.
Online. How may I assist you?
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
That's all I need right
Very
now.
well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
I guess the Geth were left here specifically for that reason too. They were Geth here to guard the facility, obviously, when Venezia came. She probably experimented with the Arachne or whatever, and then either she took something from them or data from them, whichever. Some of them, who knows, or cares. And then either she released it on purpose, don't know why she would do that, but to, I guess, destroy the data, but somebody would come eventually. I mean, you're going to draw attention to your labs versus the opposite.
User alert.
Or it happened on accident during that process of getting that data or specimen.
Passenger trams are offline.
See a quest. I definitely am not sitting around.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Yeah, they're sitting out here in the cold, so obviously the reactor freeze out probably wasn't going to stop them anyway. It was an attempt to stop them, and I think that's fair. You know, try whatever you can. If you had no other option, definitely try to freeze them out, because, you know, why the fuck not? But obviously it didn't work. Alright, I don't know, I kinda like the idea of combat armor. No, that's a hard one, I guess. Yeah, I want to eventually use heavy armor, so sure. I wonder if someone will be here to stop me in the tram tunnel. These other doors. All the doors are open. Cool. I expect danger around every corner, so.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
stations are beyond it.
Junk. Oh, it's junk. All right.
Take cover.
Control group losing them. They're in. Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the fail-safe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination.
Of course it is.
User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon fail-safes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
What's the status of Rift Station?
Rift Station has been locked down by the staff. There are presently no contaminants within the facility.
The staff is alive then?
Yes, though the number of personnel is below the official staff count.
Why is Rift Station locked down?
Emergency procedures require each facility to isolate itself to prevent the spread of contagion.
That's a good idea,
It would
actually.
also appear that there are several employees quarantined for medical treatment.
If it's locked down, will I be able to enter?
The passenger trams can bring you to the facility. Further access will be at the discretion of the security forces there.
Give me a status report on the hot labs.
I am sorry. The network connections to the labs have been damaged. Data is limited.
You have no idea what's going on inside.
I'm afraid not. My last log entry is shortly after the Stage 2 containment alert was sounded.
Give me an overview of the facility.
The hot labs isolate dangerous biological or cybernetic contaminants during development. The complex is built within a glacier. In the event of an accident, it can be irradiated and sunk into the ice.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Now is not the time!
So is this the only... Oh. So basically, I can't save while they think we're in combat, so I'll walk away. Yeah, whatever. I saved before I got off, I think, so. That helped.
I can't make it. Perimeter secured.
really feel like Resident Evil in this place. It's just funny. Do I have to go to Rift Station next? I want to anyway, I'm just curious.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
I'd only be upset if they'd fired.
Even hopped up on stems, my people know the rule. 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot. I'd like to know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily on horse in the mouth.
Here.
The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
We've never seen anything like them. What do you know?
I'm no xenobiologist. They're fast, vicious, and there's a hell of a lot of them. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Benezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams.
Yeah.
This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to
Yeah,
the hot
basically.
labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Thank you.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. Got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen, I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. Understand?
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Take cover!
Thanks for the help. Every few hours a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
I'd kill for a P-204. Just hold down the trigger and zap. Hallway full of flash-boiled bugs.
Getting like an experience here, to be honest with you. I know it takes a lot. Like I understand that it takes me, a good amount of experience, but instead of starting at 0, it keeps you where you are. I'm pretty sure. So how many? Like what? 4,000? 4,500? It's not bad. Thought for sure that was something I could interact with.
The appeal of winter wears quickly.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Better believe it.
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Bug out and leave to die. Bug out.
What?
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Think you could translate that into galactic?
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Ayalis from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Random facts, please.
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me, and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
Because you're here.
That's all for now.
You bitch. It's not a racial
Then
thing.
I will return to my meditation.
Stupid little bitch. How dare she, honestly?
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
This doesn't seem like the time for commerce.
With nervous amusement, I have nothing else to do. Why not continue to run my kiosk?
I'll see you later.
Grimly, I will hope it is so.
Or the guard barracks, so it's gonna let me go. It's a much shorter walk to get to the end destination of the guard barracks. That was fast. So left is the goal, and it's got the elevator to the tram or whatever. I don't know what's going on there yet. I want to go into the medical bay and see what I can find. This it goes to a lower level, and I'm hoping it's a lower level with just one room. Yep.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency services.
Think you could run that equipment for us?
Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
What do you want?
Were they attacked by the aliens?
They're suffering from a toxin. It was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handled the safety protocols for our experiment.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
You made this, but can't cure it. Don't you people take notes?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote. Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventrollis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventrollis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. They've been administering stims at their request. Every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm a doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira, run.
Alright,
Talk
done
to you
deal.
later.
I will save the
Hope you
people.
can do something.
Don't support your research that much, but I also know it's honestly, if it's not a contagion, if it only spreads in like a cloud, basically that's around the initial, you know, ground zero, it's actually not that bad, all things considered. So I'll just consider us lucky that that's the situation we find ourselves in. Oh, so this is the office, okay.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Dr. Cohen says there's no risk of contamination.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Wrong way. Pretty reasonable guy. They should scan us ahead of time, though, to make sure that any abnormal scans don't come from something else, you know? Alright, so quarantine lab, secure lab. I mean, I think it's secure lab I thought would be the quarantine lab. Which is this one, right? Yep, okay. This will be a side mission of sorts. Just stare at Talia real quick. Yeah? Gonna eye me, girl? Take you down. I'll talk to you soon.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... I used to have nightmares like this. Too many sheep.
Pretty big down here. So I come from here. I have to make a cure over here. There's also elevator to the hot labs and stuff. Okay.
out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the Hot Lab, you know.
I heard you were at the Hot Labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Dr. Zonua. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
If you hadn't, you'd be dead too.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the Hot Labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
I called ahead, so let's have this discussion again.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Relax. No one's ever died from going into a lab before.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
You're dead. Is it worth it?
came out of there.
That door's locked. How can I get in?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical
I'll be leaving now.
Well, that was terrible in all regards. That was just awful. I'm really sad it's almost 9 right now, because, like, I don't know, I started like 40, like almost 50 minutes late. It's really sad. No, like it was like 45. I know it's a small difference, but it's different enough for me to note it. Made the cure, so that was pretty easy. Let's, oh, below me in the medical bay, right? Yeah, okay. They lost a guard, but at least the guard was guarding something that isn't even important. So it's not like he was going to do anything else if I never came along.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall? She just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren, the Spectre?
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. That, oh God, what a cliche. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again. They seem to be coming along well.
They don't look much better.
It'll take time for them to recover. They're through the worst.
Good news. I'll see you around.
Of course. Be careful.
He might have set me up, but in the same token, it's unclear. There's no necessary evidence. He just seems suspicious, and people seeming suspicious, it could have been anything. He could just know the lady, and that's enough, right? It's like, I'm so surprised because it just doesn't make sense knowing her. I'm gonna check what the journal says about where I should be going specifically. Hot Labs. I'm actually gonna try something else. I would like to go. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way. I'd like to go back into this hallway. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end in an elevator that doesn't work. Otherwise, why would I have to pass? It'll either be an elevator or I just can't go through. Whichever.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
Okay. That's fair enough. Answers my question anyway. Says only one way left to go. How am I doing with experience? 2,200.
Maybe the bean counters will review my request for more lab safety features.
That's the main area. Okay. This has this like weird quest log symbol, even though I'm already going. Restricted area. I'm not sure which area I'm supposed to be going in though. Like I want to go to the hot labs, obviously that's the point. But I also want to go to the restricted area if it lets me.
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
Okay. That means don't go. Or at the very least, go at your own risk. She's already here?
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
You're weak. She looks tired already.
is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Start talking, Venezia. What's Saren's next move?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Are you saying he brainwashed you?
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
What do you mean?
Thoughts echo strangely within Sovereign. Its rooms are built at unsettling angles. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Can I assume you found the coordinates?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... Oh, you should...
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die. I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my
I think
mind.
alt tap is weird.
I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
I don't think Metagel would help. I did shoot her directly in her face, repeatedly. That thing was rolling. That is sorry.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
All right. I don't think they'll give me a choice anyway.
Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. We do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race.
I really thought I was going to make the other decision, but...
You will give us the chance to compose anew. We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
They were hunted to extinction once before. They should understand the conceptual basis that we'll just do it again. Will we lose lots of lives in the process? Sure. Will it work? Yeah. Like, I do fear for the potential repercussions. Arachni seem to be very dangerous, but I also believe in giving someone a second chance, especially someone who didn't do it personally. That particular egg did nothing. He was born with his parents' sins. You could use the biological argument that it's likely to do the same thing, but it does claim, whether it's lying or not, that there's a reason why the other Arachni went insane, being controlled of some sort. Goes to the tram, which I assume will be closed. No, it's here. Oh, this tram goes back to the ship if I want to leave. Okay. I still want to go to the hot labs. She asked me to kill the rest of the children here, and that's where they would be, is in the hot labs. So let's go to the hot labs. All right. Yeah, I really was planning. I did know the end of that mission. I was really planning to kill the Arachni Queen, because I was like, you know, honestly, it's just too risky and all that. And then I was like, I don't know, like, I just for some reason I can't get behind it. What are you doing here, man?
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
I don't understand anything yet. What were you doing here?
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Arachni ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Arachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Arachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Arachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Arachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No.
I don't know why I'm having this conversation with him now.
This will not work. These Arachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira restore.
Old-fashioned method, then. Arachnite Queen did ask me to kill all the Arachnite left, so...
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry. The sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
I hate you.
What's the status of the facility?
Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Was I supposed to leave or stay? I feel like I'm supposed to leave, so I guess I will. Can I actually go back down? Nope, it's broken. Cool. More shields does seem to be a good way to go about it, in general. Glad we're having armor now. Kinda cool. Got lots of shields now. Well, I killed the rest of the Rachni, I guess. Which is nice. I go back to Citadel to talk to my fan one more time. I believe Unless it makes me do something else.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Yeah, I knew they wouldn't be happy, but... Paragon 2, because I defended my decision, I guess. Kinda nice. I have a really good Paragon right now. Alright, let's talk to some people.
Yes, Commander?
He's the same.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, who's around? Joker's on the bridge. But I don't think Joker actually has, like, I don't know. He's done like a crew, so I think I'll leave him be for now. If I want to talk to people, I should go downstairs. I'll see how everybody's feeling. That's Cadence here first.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for a lost mass relay to who knows where, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
Yeah, they're just ignorant.
It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled, and the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, all dead is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many did you make?
Out of 100, maybe 60 has no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects of things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. It's permanent, though. Not like cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. How's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination track, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that would get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform. Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better than this. Like, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll
No matter what I said, seemed like flirting. I'm not trying to flirt with you, Caden. I know my character seems to be, but I'm just trying to...
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time, and Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage.
Questionable.
You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
Fact.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz.
Yeah, everybody keeps mentioning it.
A remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought.
Well, Caden likes me, and I character
But
purposely
what about
flirted.
us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Oh, come on, like... The problem here is I have a decision. I hoped I could delay the decision until I knew her better, because basically I have two, in my opinion, two good options because I'm fem chef. I can go with Liara, which gets me somebody early because obviously game 1 and whatever, or I can wait until game 2 where I have another option, which is a male. Which I kind of picture myself with a female just because, not because of any reason. I don't know. I just figured. There's nothing why. That's how I picture my character. So it's hard for me because now I have to make that decision because I'm not the kind of character who's going to be with two people at once. So I can wait if I want to. She's fine enough, I guess. She's at least interesting. I just don't. I guess the problem too is I want to have whoever I'm with in the party, and I don't really want her in my party. You know, like, because I really want to bring Tali with me because she's kind of useful, but I wouldn't really want to bring, the other one is Garrus, and I don't really want to bring him with me either. I could replace Rex with Garrus in theory. Garrus isn't that cool either. He's fine enough. I suppose. I think I want to stick with Garrus. Liara is just like, I don't know. I'm trying to get into this. It's gonna take me a second. It's gonna take me at least a few minutes. I'm just thinking about it. I'm trying to talk myself through it one way or the other because the problem becomes I don't really, as a person, like Liara. She's fine. I just don't really have any enjoyment of her existence. She's at least considerate. She's not stupid. She does care about, like, things that are important to me, right? Like giving people second chances. She wanted to release the Arachnite Queen 2, even though Tali was against it. Which I'm not saying was an unreasonable viewpoint, but like just as an example. Which is good, right? She's observant. She's obviously paying attention because she knows stuff about me. She knows how I'm interacting with the rest of the crew. She knows what's going on, which is all good stuff. Because obviously I wouldn't want to be with somebody who wasn't as, you know, good of a person, I guess. I just kind of like Garrus, I guess. That's where I want to end up being. But the problem is that obviously I'd have to wait until the next game. So, like, I'm just looking something up. Just considering if I want to wait. And I'm also not sure if you... Because there's only 3 options in the first game. And not all of them, it depends on your gender, obviously. In Mass Effect 2, you get a couple more options. But the best one, which is Tali, I don't get. So my options will be someone that I don't really want, someone else I don't really want, and Garrus. And I don't think you can carry Liara through. You can't carry anybody through the first game, actually. In the third game, you can still be with Garrus and Liara both. So I'll get more runtime out of Garrus because it's 2 and 3. No, actually, I guess it's equal because one's 1, one's in 2, one's in 3. They still might exist, but they're just not the same. I don't know. Liara's just kind of meh, I guess. I kind of like another go-getter. That's why I want Garrus. So I think I'll just be friends.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sorry to make you uncomfortable. Well, granted, it's not my fault, but I'm glad you. I honestly, if I was able to like say whatever I would say, I'd say, look, Liara, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I would much rather somebody just be completely honest with me, like full disclosure, tell me what's up, than never say anything, right? Because if you never say anything, I'm gonna keep accidentally leading you on or whatever. That's life. That's not what I'm about. Let's talk to Tali first because she's back here. Rex is gonna be mad at me for releasing the queen, I'm sure.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example.
I'm really sad that I wasn't male shepherd so I could date Tali.
Something that will forever change our lives for the better.
Because I would have.
If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything the Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren,
It might.
that's not going to happen.
No, not really.
There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods. All fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Done.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vakarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, ma'am.
That's not what I said at all.
Military family, too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know?
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which chief.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her.
Already did.
That has to hurt. Just saying, Commander.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
I don't really like Ashley. She's not terrible, but she definitely has some negative traits as well. Let's talk to my boy, who I've pretty much gonna be with.
How are you?
Unless he does something crazy.
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my reservation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sex rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
That was good. I think that was a good conversation, actually. He seems reasonable enough. And nobody's perfect, of course. But, you know.
Looking for supplies?
What are licenses?
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're
How often will you...
Check back often. No problem.
I don't really buy stuff very often. I'm really lazy. Oh, fortunately... in Star Map, which is... up the stairs. One second. Okay.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Comm room? Where is that? Oh.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Fair enough. I like that they don't really care. Like, meaning like they'd rather just me do my thing. I still had the other mission from the beginning, from the Pharaoh system, so...
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations.
One of the VIs we used to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises before we realized what had happened. That's when we contacted you. VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core, and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answered the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
I forget why I'm here, but it's all good. On Ferris to the Geth attack. Got it.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Noberia. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
We saw your ship. Faidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who's Faidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter.
saying you won't go?
Die of thirst. The Geth will surely kill us all. How is anyone supposed to think with guns going off all around? The Geth can't be. This work must be completed. They're coming. They just keep on coming.
Oh, Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
You don't go down the stairs to reach a tower, Shepard. We're going the wrong way.
Dead Geth.
The Geth will be back. Update Fidam, but don't take long. We should roll out the vehicle and find where the Geth are bunkered.
That's the plan. Plan is to utterly annihilate the Geth.
You'll have to forgive my wife. Calantha's not in her right mind. She just needs to relax and accept what's happened.
Tell me about the colony.
I can't tell you much about that. You best ask Faidan if you really must know.
Why can't you tell me? I just want to know about the colony.
Faidan is our leader. Who better to answer questions about the colony?
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic. Or I am since the doctor died. I've tried my best since she was killed.
Do you know anything about this planet?
Just what I was told by Colonial Affairs. It's a little different from what they claimed. It's not all bad, though. When the Geth are gone, we'll have a chance to create something even more spectacular than before.
What happened to your wife?
The constant attacks have strained us all. She'll adapt. We all have.
Is there anything I can do for her?
No, she just needs time. Time to absorb everything. We'll be fine.
I have to go.
Please do what you...
Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we are totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know... Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be...
I see no major injury, but something must be causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just needs rest.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad, rabid maybe, totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the Geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
Tell me about Zeus Hope.
The colony is growing, or it was. But you should speak with Faidan. He is our leader.
Why should I speak with Faidan? Why can't you tell me?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Speak with Faidan.
Tell me about hunting Varen.
Hunting them is impossible while fending off the Geth. On the positive side, they'll attack anything, even those damn synthetics. The big Alpha Varen is the real problem. He's mad, erratic, completely unpredictable.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I came here with my wife Greta, looking for adventure, a new life together. This isn't exactly what we signed up for. Of course, it would be much better without the Geth. We were really starting to enjoy the colony before they came.
I have to go.
So long, Commander.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
The top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as the old generator we've got. The cells just aren't compatible.
Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
The top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as...
If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send
Thank
it
you,
your way.
Commander. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
I have a ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water in.
Unless you plan to make a trip every few days, that wouldn't really solve our problem. We need to be self-sufficient.
Tell me about the colony.
We are a small group, part of a larger colony. Before the Geth attacked, you should speak to Faidan. It's his responsibility. He knows the colony best.
What do you know about this planet?
I am not the one to ask about that. Ask Faidan or one of the others.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather not. This is not the time or the place. Please, help us or don't. Otherwise, leave me to my work.
I have to go.
I wish you luck.
I'll hold this position in case those things try to attack.
Commander. I was told to make my supplies available to you if you wish.
What's your name, Solarian?
My full name is Gorat tu Heranon Maldinest God Inost Ledra. Humans usually employ surname and given name only. Inost and Ledra in my case.
What's a Solarian doing on a human colony?
This Solarian goes where the credits are. Or I did. A well-stocked freighter can be a profitable investment on a new colony. But once I was here, I decided to stay on. The colony life grows on you after a while.
How do you keep things in stock in conditions like this?
My list of consumers has shrunk significantly since the attacks, and few of those have time for shopping.
What can you tell me about Zoo's Hope?
A fascinating place by all accounts. Though the Geth have made it treacherous.
Yes, they have.
You might like it here too, if you gave it a chance, Commander. I never thought I'd stay in one place for long, but here? I will stay here.
This place is barely holding together. Why stay here?
I can't give you an answer to that, Commander. At least not one that you would comprehend. Why not try asking Faidan? Maybe he can tell you what I can.
Goodbye.
Yes, good luck.
You're the commander of the ship that just landed.
Are you the captain of this freighter?
Not originally. The captain died in one of the Geth raids. I'm the last crew member. We shouldn't even be here. The Solarian merchant promised us a fortune. I wish... I suppose it could be worse.
What's wrong with the ship? Isn't she space-worthy?
There's too much damage. Maybe if the Geth stopped attacking, I could fix her. Then again, if there were no Geth, I might just stay on a while.
What do you know about the colony?
We just arrived a short time ago. It seemed like any other colony at first, but it's different somehow.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's kind of like...
Everybody. I hate them all
I
for this.
can't describe it. You should speak with Faidan. He knows the colony better than me.
What do you do here?
I'm just watching over the ship, making sure she doesn't get any worse. Nothing else, she's good for hiding in when those Geth come over the walls.
It looks like you're monitoring something.
No, just ship diagnostics. It's nothing. I should get back to it. But Faidan, what's the report on? I should go.
Maybe I can help you. What are you trying to diagnose?
No, thanks, really. Now, please, I need to get back to work. This work must be completed.
They're like a fucking cult or some shit, being like controlled by this Faidan. I gotta talk to this bitch.
I'm grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress me, Commander.
Why?
What can you tell me about Exogeny?
Very little. I work there as a security officer. I know they were looking for artifacts and anything of value. That's what they do. They fund the colony. In return, we help them uncover buried treasure. It's definitely not as exciting as they make it sound.
I get the feeling you don't like me.
How would you feel if you were hung out to dry by every government organization that ever promised to keep you safe? They should have sent a small fleet. Instead, we get one ship. And you're only interested in the Geth.
What can you tell me about the Geth? Do you have any idea what they might be after?
I can't tell you anything about that. I suggest you go to Exogeny if you want answers to those questions.
Tell me more about yourself, Arcelia.
I'm a rent-a-cop. I was hired to keep kids from writing graffiti on the walls at Exogeny. Then all this happened. I wasn't trained for this. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to end.
Tell me about Zoo's Hope.
I can't tell you much about it. You should speak to Faidan if you want to know more.
Goodbye.
Alright. I'm asking why you brainwashed everybody, because it's obvious by their responses that they have like a uniformed response.
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
Tell me what the Geth want. Why are they attacking you?
If you want answers, go ask them yourselves.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the ExoGeni headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
How do I get there?
The Skyway leads directly to ExoGeni headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
Is there anything I can do to solve your water shortage?
Maka Doyle has been assigned to that particular issue. If you have any insight to offer, please speak.
What's wrong with the colony's power supply?
May O'Connell is working on our power problems. She'd know more about
You mentioned something about a food shortage.
Davin Reynolds is tasked with securing food for the immediate future.
Let's talk about Zeus, Hope, and Pharos in general.
Of course, Commander.
Some of the colonists are acting strange.
We're a close-knit group, Commander. Most of us have lost loved ones, friends.
These aren't trained soldiers. Nobody taught us how to deal with the horrors of war.
This is our home. We've watched the Geth slowly destroy everything that is important to us. Don't judge us too harshly.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck.
Yeah, you're not fooling me. I just want this to be clear. I still believe there's something wrong here. That one topic in particular, asking about the settlement, causes Everett to go, like immediately. I know it better than to believe it's a coincidence of some sort. Oh, Rec hasn't leveled up. Well, now he's got some really good armor. Well, this armor actually has more shields, though, which I think might be more important. Yeah. I also would like to have more shields. Guys, a little bit more shields now. 10 more shields, better than nothing.
Oh god, they're everywhere.
part of a large system. There are likely others we need to activate as well.
Understood. Thanks for the info.
Brave, but the Geth are relentless. My people know this better than anyone.
This place has seen better days.
You don't want to go down there.
What's back there?
I can tell you everything. How would you like that? No! That was a good one. Very intense.
What's the matter with you?
Just invoking the Master's whip helps remind me I'm still alive. You're here for the Geth, aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
Who else is looking for the Geth?
Not looking for, looking to get rid of. They're a thorn in the side of the... Ah! Ah! Trying to get to the... Dying!
This one is no longer fit. We should leave him.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Help me? No. No one can help me now. I'd rather die fighting!
Fighting what?
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you struggle, time's up. Company's coming. Ask Faidan. Ask him about the... Ah!
Look out!
I won't do it. I won't. I can't. I won't do it.
I don't know where he's telling me not to go. I've been pretty much everywhere in this general area. Yeah, a lot of dead Geth now. Oops.
Doesn't look like it's on yet. We should keep looking.
Yep. It's probably done this way, I would figure. Hopefully I can find the last water thing. The collapsed highway section probably isn't going to have a water thing. The Geth behind me? There we go.
There! That did it! The system is active.
Now I can go back into the other thing. There's nothing else down here that I would need, so. Besides going out and doing the hunt. The hunt. Wasn't very hard, honestly. That was a pretty easy fight. Basically free experience as far as I'm concerned. Oh. Power cells too. Pretty sure I fixed all their problems now. Yep. Well, that's nice. Killed a bunch of Geth that they didn't want to deal with. They killed a bunch of the Vargs, or whatever they were. I don't remember what they're called, but those things, they're probably good now. Water, batteries. Everyone can relax, except the whole brainwashing thing that's obviously going on. Transmitter's gone, so I guess I'll hurt Geth. I don't know how, but we'll just let it be. I'll go turn on all these quests, get a bunch of experience and stuff, and then I'll, you know, start going towards the Skyway elevator here.
Commander,
I have to go. It hurts so much.
Commander,
I have to go.
Commander, is there something I can help you with?
I have to go.
Alright, I have to just read anything
Please
new.
do what you can to stop the attacks.
Hello again, Commander.
I killed the big Varen. The rest are yours.
Excellent. I'll organize a hunt when the immediate threat of the Geth is gone.
I have to go.
Here, for your trouble. It's not much, I know, but it's all we can spare.
Paragon 8 said make him pay me, I assume. She doesn't need anything, I forgot. She doesn't want anything for me.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though. I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for? I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money. It's all yours. Now if I can kick these power cells into place, I'll have this colony up and running in no time.
The water started running not long ago. Thanks to you, I assume. Now we just need to deal with the Geth and we can get back to growing this colony. Here, a few credits for your trouble. Thank you again, Commander.
My Paragon is like growing fast.
Commander, what can I do for you?
I destroyed a Geth transmitter in the tunnels. They won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I just wish I had such good news for every problem.
Let's talk about Zeus, Hope, and
Of
Pharaoh.
course, Commander.
What do you need done to get this
Getting
place
rid
back
of the Geth in this, but there are still some other mundaneness. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people.
Let's talk about Zeus,
Of course,
Hope.
Commander.
There's a guy living down in the tunnels. Is he one of yours?
That would be Ian. He's very sick.
He seems to be more than just sick.
He hasn't been the same since the attack. We tried to help him, but he wouldn't listen to us. I can't help my people if they won't listen, Commander.
Don't you have medical supplies? Something to help him?
I wish it was that simple. Ian was a good man I'd like to have with us. Please, Commander. I'd prefer not to talk about it anymore.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Obvious manipulations. But whatever. I guess it's none of my business.
Watch out! More I can take.
And now to the Geth base. Expect heavy resistance.
The last batch went south. Are they looking for?
We're receiving a weak comm signal. I can't pinpoint its location through the Geth interference. More chatter, Commander Shepard. I still can't get a fix on the location.
Any sign of movement? Vesper could still be in there. It's only been a few days. She's my daughter. I'll wait as long as I have to.
go down to that little thingy. I was checking for anything around this. Alright, get ready, friends. Close quarters, I think, is what I'm expecting, so. As Geth, this solo Geth was guarding just some loot. Kind of weird, but alright. He's dead either way. Cool.
We've got movement. Some kind of vehicle. Not one of the Geth.
Whoever that is, they must be close to have seen us.
Forget them. We need to find the Geth.
We're not forgetting them. The Geth are important, but civilians are important too. This looks like it's habitated. Yeah, it's people.
That's close enough.
Relax, John. They're obviously not Geth.
Get back, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
Commander Shepard, I'm here to remove your Geth problem.
You see? You worry too much.
And you trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Phi Dan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They live, though the Geth have devastated their colony.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
Are we getting close to their base?
You're almost there. They're holed up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further down the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the Geth and nothing else.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We could do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive. I know it.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny building when the attacks came.
Oh, yeah, there were several places she could hide. For a short time.
If she's in there, I'll get her out.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you.
How did you get split up from the Zoo's Hope colony?
Most of us lived closer to the Exogeny building. Zoo's Hope was mostly used as a port. When the Geth hit, we scattered. Until you told us about the others, we assumed they were killed in the first wave. If we had known they were still alive, we might have attempted to join them.
They're fairly secure now. Maybe you should do that.
No. I don't think that's a good idea. We have no vehicles, and the Skyway offers little protection.
Like the building we're in now?
Listen, our best hope is to sit tight and wait for company reinforcements. They'll come eventually.
Do you know what the Geth are after?
I have no idea. We certainly haven't found anything of use.
Could have. Curious to
Something
know.
Exogeny is keen to remind us of.
We need to recoup our expenses. It's nothing personal.
Tell me about the colony.
We established ourselves here 4 years ago. Growth was steady until the attacks. Our biggest challenge has been the lack of resources. There's just so little here of value. Still, we were making a go of it. It was even starting to feel like home.
What brought you here?
I guess I thought this would be the start of a new life. I wanted to go where I could feel like I was making a difference. Instead, everything we built is destroyed. It's very hard not to lose hope.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Feros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Stay bunkered down until I find out what the Geth are after.
Of course. And please remember, if you see my daughter...
You could survive out there. I was hoping you'd have a moment to speak with me. I've got a bit of a problem.
What do you need?
I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
No catch, really. It's dangerous work, but not for someone like you.
What is it about you that makes people assume we enjoy being in harm's way?
It's not that bad, really. All you need to do is find my console at Exogeny headquarters and drop the data onto this OSD. It's that simple.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That data could be worth a lot of money. Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
I'm trying to finish. You keep coming back.
Why work in the middle of nowhere if your skills are so useful?
Maybe I've got a bit of the frontier spirit in me. That, the alternative is a bit too secure for my liking. Freelancers don't have to worry about security as much, so long as we keep a low profile.
There's a cat. He ran from me. Fiends.
Tell me about the data I'm getting for you.
Plans for
No.
full prototype mods? I'm a freelancer. Some
No,
of
no,
my
he's not
mods are
scratching me.
highly
Stop it.
sought.
I just wanted to show him to your stream. It's not gonna scratch you.
He doesn't like to be picked up, by the way. For the sake of the stream, I'm not afraid of the cat. I just don't like when he gets picked up near me. Because he usually thrashes around. It's near my face. I don't like when you pick him up near my face.
Is this better?
Yes, that's fine. It's by my hat, behind my head. I don't really care if I get scratched here anyway. Different than my eyes. Handsome cat.
In a few weeks, none of the colonists will look.
Why do you guys just keep standing around weirdly?
This city was once a marvel of Prothean technology. Now it's nothing but a graveyard.
These ruins are crawling with vermin.
Please keep your fire to a minimum when you go to the Exogeny building.
Shut
We
up.
want to minimize damage. Oh, and I must inform you that the company will not be responsible for any injuries you sustain while in our facility.
You're not much of a people person, are you?
I like people. I just like them more when they're helping Exogeny profit. Someone needs to worry about the bottom line. I'm the only one left.
Tell me about Exogeny.
Please. Exogeny Corp is the premier engine of colonization in the new multi-system economy. And in conjunction with our core interests, exploration provides a broad investment base for shareholders.
What are the company's core interests?
Exogeny has a number of subsidiary companies in many different fields. The most profitable adapt alien technologies. There are many other industrial branches, but they aren't really relevant to Feros.
Tell me about yourself, John.
Me? Yeah, I was sent here to do some routine estimations of the potential return on investment. The attack was certainly a surprise to me. I've been trapped here ever since. Can't wait for the Home Office to get me off this rock.
Do you have any idea why the Geth attacked you?
None. We're scrambling to find anything of value. There's nothing here to warrant an invasion. There's barely enough here to warrant a colony.
I'm going.
Please be careful if you go to headquarters. We don't want any unnecessary damage.
Good stopping point. Back in the vehicle, heading towards the Exogeny Geth headquarters in this case. It's not really headquarters as much as it is, you know, a battle station of sorts. But whatever. All right. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.